are there some points that you want to make, just right off the bat about what's going on and what consumers can expect here?
Yeah, this has been a really unfortunate national crime issue that's been fed by social media. And we've been working very hard behind the scenes to come up with a solution. It's been a tough one because there's nothing technically wrong with the vehicles. It's just that criminals have found a way to exploit them. And so we've been working really closely with local law enforcement, at the same time working with our engineering team back in Korea and here in the United States to come up with this solution. We're really proud and excited that customers all across the country are now going to be receiving letters from us and able to make an appointment to come into their local Kia dealer and have this software update completed. It's going to be something that's going to, number one, give our customers peace of mind, but more importantly, also fight this national crime situation, which has been so unfortunate.
Why wasn't this technology included on these vehicles from the beginning?
Well, candidly, the vehicles are all built to federal specification. There's nothing inappropriate or incorrect about them. It was just a decision that was made when the vehicles were put together. But again, I can't speak for other manufacturers, but I know that we are completely meeting all federal standards. So what we've done is found a way to basically do a software reflash on the series of vehicles. And by the way, these are only vehicles that use a steel key to insert and turn to start the ignition. If a customer has a Kia that has a key fob that's in their pocket or maybe in their purse and they push a button to start, there's no concern. They can carry on with their day. But it's only, again, for that smaller subset of vehicles that have the steel key. And so, yeah, we've come up with a software solution that basically mimics the activity of an immobilizer and will quickly dampen this problem all across the country.
Why did it take so long? Why is it happening now?
It takes some time because we're looking at a kind of a spectrum of vehicles that this software update had to apply to. So we wanted to make sure that it was robust, that it was tested, and it was going to work the very first time. So that takes time. We're talking about a large collection of vehicles that use different software systems, that use different technology, use different vendors and suppliers. So we wanted to really take the time to make sure that we knew once we made it public, like we're doing today, that people knew that visiting their Kia dealer, 45-minute operation, all set and on to their day.
And so, I mean, last week there was an announcement that this was being tested, and here we are 7 days later and it's ready to go. How did it happen so fast?
Oh, well, when we said it was being tested, that was actually referencing a very long period of time. So it wasn't just tested as of a week ago. It's been tested for the last 6 to 7 months, looking at all the different permutations of vehicles, all the different trim levels, and making sure that it was robust and ready to go.
And how many vehicles are we talking about, estimated?
Estimated pool is about 4.4 million vehicles built between 2011 and 2021. And just for point of reference, any vehicle that was built as of late 2021, so any 2022 models or 23, all of them have been built with immobilizers. So there's no concern whatsoever if you're shopping for a new car. And again, if your car, even no matter the age, has a push button start, you also have no concern.
And so as far as why this took so long and why this wasn't done from the beginning, I mean, it's being included in vehicles with newer model years now on forward. So again, why wasn't this done 10 years ago when all this began?
Well, again, all of our vehicles are built to what federal mandates and standards are. It's just not, immobilizers are not mandated by the federal government. And again, I can't speak for other manufacturers. I don't know how they've handled this situation, but I know that our vehicles are incredibly safe, very durable and reliable. And we're excited to have this new technology available now that can make sure that our owners are as comfortable and as confident as can be.
How much of a role did the lawsuits and the announcements from insurance companies have to do with Kia's decision to do this?
Oh, none whatsoever. We were already working on this going back better part of a year ago. Again, the engineering, the testing, the verification, these things take time because we want to make sure it's done right. And so the lawsuits and everything of that nature are an unfortunate turn, but I think it pays to remind everybody that this is a crime issue. The vehicles have been basically for lack of a better term, taken advantage of. Criminals have found a loophole. Criminals are breaking windows on vehicles and then going into the vehicle and finding a way to steal them. And in many, many cases, these are not criminals that are stealing the car and then selling it for parts or selling it or trying to make money. They're joyriding. These are young teenagers learning about this on social media. And it's a very sad essence of life today that social media can inspire people to do, for not only steal the car, but to break a window in order to steal the car after that. And it's a tough situation. We've been working very, very closely with law enforcement all across the country. They've been fantastic. And in your area as well, your viewers should know, your local law enforcement have been incredibly helpful. And what they've done is they've taught us that criminals don't like to give extra time. If they're going to approach a vehicle and try to steal it, if there's anything there that might cause some delay, they're moving on. And that's why we've been working with police departments all across the country to provide steering wheel locks that they can that customers can put in their car, because police have told us, and we know from years of these devices being available, if a thief walks up and sees that, they're moving on. And then I also wanted to add, when you do your software update as a Kia owner, we are also affixing 2 stickers to the back windows that say this vehicle has been updated with enhanced Kia theft reduction software. And so it should be 2 visual cues that that thieves will look at that and move on. And then I think that's the way we're really going to get this larger societal problem addressed.
Are you going to give those stickers to people that don't get the upgrades too and are just waiting? Because I know there's phase 1 and phase 2 of these vehicles getting equipped with this new technology. So are you going to be giving the stickers to people that might not get it done right away as well?
No, our goal is to get as many people through the process as soon as possible. And we've announced that we're going to have all customers notified before the end of May and early June at the very soonest. And if anybody listening here, wants to find a way to give themselves early protection, again, the steering wheel lock is a fantastic way. And you can either go to a local auto parts store, reach out to your local police department. Police department reaches out to me, and I can provide them to them. There's ways to, if you will, buy time until your particular vehicle comes into process. But we're all in on this. The entire organization, all of our great dealer partners, everybody is very focused and getting as many people through this process as soon as possible, because our goal is to have this problem really dampened down before the end of the year.
I mean, don't you think this all could have been avoided at the beginning?
Well, again, the vehicles were built to federal specification and standards. We always meet all the requirements in order to sell a vehicle anywhere across the globe. So if this is really a crime issue that has found this loophole and has been exploiting our vehicles, and so it's rather unfortunate. But I think the point is that we are scrambling, and have scrambled, I should say, to make sure that we have a solution that will put customers and owners across the country at ease.
And again, all models of your products, starting in model year 21 and beyond, are now coming standard with Immobilisers. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. Again, any car that has a push button start already has the Immobiliser, no trouble whatsoever. But yes, anything from late 21 through today and on that has a key start also has that Immobiliser built in. So there's no concern for anybody with a newer vehicle or, again, push button.
Do you really think that putting 2 stickers on windows is going to stop someone from trying to break in the car and steal it anyway?
Absolutely, I do, because again, we've been working very, very closely with police, and they say that it is really a time game. That if a thief sees anything that's going to possibly delay them, they want to be in and out as fast as possible. If they see anything that it gives them a moment of pause or concern, they're going to go find something else. And so, yes, we do feel very confident that the software update, the availability of the steering wheel locks, and the stickers in the windows identifying that this vehicle has been upgraded, that should be a very good combination.
Do you still recommend that people continue to use the steering wheel locks after they get the Immobilisers as well?
If it gives them comfort, yes. I mean, again, anything that makes the thief walk up, look, and move on is a win. So if customers feel even more confident having that wheel lock affixed, then absolutely. But they can rest assured that the software upgrade and enhancement that we're doing will also address it will basically make the vehicle inoperable. So between
Sure.
the two elements, we feel very confident.
I mean, because locally here, in talking to some victims that
Mhm.
actually have immobilizers on their cars, but they're still being broken into with the back window and the ignition pulled out, because a thief doesn't know that the car has an immobilizer until they try to start it and it doesn't start. And so the concern is going to be going forward, even with these immobilizers coming on board now. And I know you're talking about putting the stickers in the windows. That's really not stopping thieves from still trying to steal the cars and damage them heavily and leave people without a car for weeks, maybe months on end while it's in the repair shop.
No, I respect and understand that, but I think it pays to mention that no car can be made theft proof. Any vehicle sat anywhere from any brand in any city is exposed to theft. Any thief could break the window and make an attempt. So we don't feel unique in this situation. We're just making sure that owners of our vehicles that have been exposed and have this crime ring, kind of targeting them, we want to make sure that they have comfort going forward.
Sure, and I certainly appreciate you saying no car is completely theft proof, absolutely. But
Correct.
your cars in particular, I mean, the percentage increases in the thefts of them are in the thousands of percents here.
Yeah.
So
Oh yes, we're very aware, and that's why we've really, built this solution that is very robust, will address the problem directly. And by the way, we've already started contacting customers with certain vehicles. We're going to be rolling that out again through the end of the summer, and we expect to have a vast majority of these vehicles that are being targeted corrected and addressed as fast as possible. So it's again, it's a tough situation because there's nothing incorrect about the vehicles. It's really just an issue of this crime wave that has targeted them, driven hard by social media. And by the way, I'd like to mention that we've been working very, very closely with TikTok, with YouTube, and all the other social media channels to have them look at the content that they are, promoting and presenting, and pulling that down when it's something that's being used in very illicit ways like this. So it's really been a kind of a team effort between the local law enforcement, social media companies, and our engineers to address this issue.
okay. Is there anything else that you want to add on this whole situation? I mean, another question that has come up from our viewers too is, you're talking about millions of cars being affected by all of this. And we all know about supply chain shortages and manpower shortages and all those things. How is this going to be a smooth sort of rollout, if you will? I mean, I just see, lines out the door and wait lists for people trying to get their cars equipped with these immobilizers, which is not new technology.
I disagree. I don't believe that this will be a struggle or a hassle for having this software upgrade done, because I can assure you from the very top of the top rung of our corporate ladder, we have all eyeballs and all muscles and all energy focused on this. And I would like to call out our fantastic dealer partners. They have been making sure that they are ready once people start to come in. And as I said, people are coming in, and it's a very short process. It's just a software reflash in and out within an hour, if even less. So we feel very, very confident that we'll be able to turn as many people through this process across the country as fast as possible. And I tend to really strongly believe that we'll see a big impact on this very, very quickly.
Okay. I think those are all my questions. Is there anything else that you want to add? Any other points you want to make?
I feel it's very, very important to call out your local law enforcement. They have been so appreciative of our interest, and so in return helpful to give us insights as how to fight a crime problem. We're a car company. We're not a law enforcement agency, and so they've been very helpful, very welcoming of our offers for assistance, and setting up local neighborhood programs all across the country to make sure that they are able to provide their constituencies with our wheel locks from us, or just comfort and understanding based on how their vehicle is equipped.
And I'll push back a little bit on that one though,
Sure.
too. Law enforcement will also tell you that your products are the only ones that were made without this technology, which comes standard on every other car in the market. And that's what, it contributed the most to this happening. It was only a matter of time before it was found out how to exploit these products.
Again, all I can answer to that is that we are building our cars to federal standards, to federal mandates, to all safety levels. There's nothing that's about them that is any different than any other car on the road when it comes to all federal mandates and standards. And this is a local crime issue that is taking advantage of people's livelihoods, of their homes, of their comfort. And so we're just working hard to make sure that is removed from the social fabric as soon as possible.